Hey guys, today we'll be talking about techs you can play with Ninja, and admittedly there aren't very many good ones because of how the engine kind of works. So your engine primarily needs to consist of ninjas to do anything meaningful with ninjas. So let's say for example we have Isolde. So let's say we special summon Isolde, and then we can special summon well, the first effect is we can add a warrior monster from our deck to the hand, and then there's this ignition effect here. You can send any number of equip spells with different names from your deck to the graveyard. So for the effect to add a warrior, though, I think Kagero is a decent candidate, and that would be alright. And alongside Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo, though, I think the best card we can add is probably either Mitsu or Baku. So maybe we'll do like add Kagero and then we'll discard Kagero for costs or send it to the graveyard somehow. We can retrieve it with Baku and special summon Baku at the same time. If we're talking about max efficiency, like getting mileage out of your cards, I think that might be the way to go, but you can't open Baku, I guess, for this, but we're getting a little sidetracked here. The point is that we can technically Isolde to summon Hanzo, right? Special summon Hanzo from the deck, and that will allow us to trigger Hanzo's effect. This will allow us to add any ninja monster from our deck to our hand, but then now we have to play another ninja monster for our Hanzo search. And then after that, the logical play is to either go into Saizo or Mazen. And no matter which one you pick, you need to run even more ninja cards. So you have to run either like Dancing Leaves, or you have to run a copy or two of Geo, the Gravity Ninja. If you run Ninjutsu of Dancing Leaves, you'll probably have to run Geo as well anyways. So that's pretty awkward. And then you have to consider like what you're using to make Isolde. For example, let's say we use PK, we'd have to run a bunch of PKs. And that is the only synergy between like PK and Ninja. So you'd probably want to find a way to preferably special summon Isolde, so do it without any normal summoning. And that would allow you to summon Hanzo, right? And then go through whatever ninja line you want. But yeah, that's pretty awkward to do, you know? So if we, let's see, yeah. So if we try to do an Isolde line, you don't have like much room for non-engine, like Ash Blossom Joy Spring and all that, right? And it doesn't sound like that efficient, that great, whatever. But I mean, technically, that's one way to start your ninja combos, in theory. Like, you could do, I guess, Tour Guide, right? For example, we can do Tour Guide, I believe, and then we can special summon, I guess it doesn't matter, like, Sangan. And I think we can go into an Isolde line from there, because I think, isn't this a generic? Yeah, it's just 2 level 3 monsters, and this allows you to special summon a level 4 Earth Warrior. And is this an Earth Warrior? No, that's a Fire Warrior. Sadly, we do not have any Earth Warriors in here. But I mean, you can just run one, right? From your deck. So this has to be from your deck, specifically, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Either way, that's like Isolde, and that's like alright, I guess. Let me see again. What was Tour Guide's condition? You cannot be used as synchro material. Okay, so I guess we can't use it for Sangan unless we change the line a bit to do some BA stuff first, I guess. It'd be a kind of convoluted, like, combo if we did it, what I'm thinking of, and then we just go into Hanzo around the end to do our ninja stuff. Yeah, that's pretty convoluted. But for simple text, though, we have, for example, Kashtira Fenrir. You can just summon Fenrir, and Fenrir is just a body. It does things. But does this contribute to like ninjas specifically? No. So I think Fenrir is a pretty mid tech, but the fact that you can Fenrir search Fenrir, so you don't draw into Fenrir later again is nice though. And just being able to summon Fenrir assures that you might have some form of interaction against your opponent sometimes. And that in of itself is nice. Like sometimes you just get hands that are completely unplayable. Let's just do one. Yeah. Look at our ninja stuff. This ain't anything. This ain't it, Chief. This will not do anything. Well, there's one thing we could do though, actually. Since this is psychic, we can special summon Fenrir, equip Ninjutsu art tool onto like Fenrir, normal summon Tobari, and then we just set like imperm and pass. And this is like a really feels bad moment for like how we're going to be using Ninjutsu art tool Iron Digger, but essentially we can use like our Fenrir banish, and then we can use our Tobari effect to fusion summon using both Fenrir and Tobari, right? And then Ninjutsu art tool Iron Digger won't really do anything, sadly. But then we can go into one of our fusion monsters, like either Maizen or Yugioh, and we still have Imperm, Negate. So, that is something. It's not a whole lot of anything, because we don't have a play for next turn, actually. So here, another one. Let's say we normal summon... Actually, would we ever normal summon? I don't think we normal summon here. Like, we would Rhoda, and then Tobari, special summon Hanzo probably, and then I would probably go like Baku here, Baku add back Tobari, and then we can normal summon Tobari, I guess, right? That's probably the line I would go for. So actually, yeah, we're probably fine here. In fact, you could instead, could you go for Kagero? Yeah, Kagero is also an option. But would we use Fenrir to make Rashi? Are we that psychopathic? I mean, maybe. But in general, like, those Fenrir hands, Fenrir just doesn't contribute to the play most of the time. Like, I guess with that hand specifically, we could have used Fenrir to make Rashi, but that's like, bro. We could have just used, like, any monster at that point. But I mean, yeah, whatever. It's fine. So Fenrir doesn't contribute at all. But Lord of the Heavenly Prison, considering like, look at the percentage of my deck, it's around 50-50. Slightly skewed to spell traps right now. So this is about, I'd say, 40 to 57%, I guess. Or is that right? No. It's around 43 to 47%, I think. Was it? Or was it 57? Well, whatever. So, most of my deck here is spell traps. And then the other half consists of, well, yeah, monsters. So, ninjas, you don't have that many good monsters to run with your ninjas, sadly. So, with your ninjas, like, the good ninjas, like, would you run multiple Baku? Probably not. Running multiple Baku feels pretty bad. Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo. You want to max out copies on this, obviously. It's not even hard once per turn, so that's fine. And then we have, like, Tobari and Mitsu. So, Tobari and Mitsu are kind of extenders. And you know what the issue with this is? Our primary starter that we're going to be looking for is Hanzo. So, they're pretty just mid. There's no other way to put it. And also, Green Ninja is also not really a starter either. This isn't even really a good extender. This is more like tech. Honestly, we could just remove Green Ninja altogether. Like, a lot of the time, I'm finding that I don't even, like, get to utilize Green Ninja, and you only activate, like, Green Ninja once anyways. Like, even a third copy of Geo just sounds a bit better to me. It might, like, brick me, but, like, Green Ninja kind of bricks you as well. Unless you can do, like, normal summon Green Ninja, special summon Mitsu, or, like, if you have Tobari, you would need a third ninja which is pretty crazy. So like to just summon Saizo with Tobari feels pretty bad. So yeah, like if we do like Tobari effect to special summon Tobari, and then we can normal summon Green Ninja. Yeah, that's the 3-card combo. Or like I guess doing it with Baku makes it feel slightly less bad because it helps us have a play next turn, but it doesn't contribute to like our opponent's next turn. It contributes to our next turn, so that's also feels bad. And we do have let me see. Specifically there's a card that name drops Hanzo, I think, maybe? Or was it just a level 4 ninja? No, it was a level 4 ninja. Okay. So we have Upstart Golden Ninja. So the effect for Upstart Golden Ninja is once per turn you would send a trap from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon one level 4 or lower ninja monster from your deck in face up defense position or face down defense position. So this card is not as bad as it seems if you specifically have like a ninjutsu art in your hand. Specifically a trap one. So it would have to be one of these 4. But aside from that, like, we're not running that many traps, but ideally, so what you would do with that card is that you would like discard Art of Dancing Leaves, and then we would summon Hanzo, and then Hanzo effect we would add Baku. So hopefully we don't have Baku in hand. If we have Baku in hand, we are pretty just screwed. Do we have any other 4s that aren't warriors? No, we do not. So we would not even be able to go into Saizo. The most we could do is go into like Blade Armor Ninja, which is just what does this do for you? Absolutely nothing. That's what. So alright, I guess Hanzo, and then summon Baku, and then Baku effect to add back like Dancing Leaves, and then we can go into like Saizo. If we played around our zones, we can then have protection on Saizo, the small amount of protection that doesn't really matter, but whatever. Then we can do Saizo to set a card, specifically a ninjutsu art. We would then choose probably duplication, and then with duplication we would then want to use our Dancing Leaves with duplication next turn, and that's fine. And we still have like 2 ninja monsters, so we're good against the kaiju, but we completely lose the lava golem still. So that kind of like sucks a little bit, but it is what it is, I guess. It's fine. And in fact, let's see. If we do it a little bit differently, actually, yeah, from what I'm thinking in my head, we should probably link off Hanzo, and then Upstart Golden Ninja, and then we are left with Baku and Saizo. Then we can just special summon Maizen, and then pass on Maizen, duplication, Dancing Leaves. This board has a lot of interaction. This has like 1 more interaction, I guess, but it's more susceptible to like being broken. So that kind of sucks, but it is more resistant to if your back row gets removed, I guess, which is not bad, but whatever. So the thing I'm noticing is that we're running a lot more spells than we are traps, and the trap play with Upstart Golden Ninja isn't even that great. So yeah, I'm thinking that maybe this is not that bad either. So Summoner Monk is also potentially an option we can look at. So Summoner Monk is a bit awkward in that you can't use it to contribute to any of your ninja monsters, but you can still link it off for like a Cross Sheep or IP Masquerena. So what we're looking at probably doing is just normal summon Monk, and then we can discard Book of Moon or whatever else. But there is an issue with this, because usually we're like all of these for the most part are extremely high power. Well, yeah, they're extremely like high power spells that you don't really want to be discarding. You would much rather be using them. So this is a bit awkward, and neither of these decks super help. they help if you want to do like more like ninja combos, but like just in general being able to play ninja with consistency seems pretty hard. So like let's just throw in 3 of Monk. How many hands will we get where Monk is actually going to be relevant? So this is just somewhat of a good hand, and then here, no Monk. Oh, we have Monk, and then we have Book of Eclipse and Called By. Do we really want to discard any of these for Monk? Right? I guess we would have to do Eclipse here. And that's fine, I guess, because we can grab some more stuff off of this in a bit. So, let me see, what's the line for this? So, Special Fenrir start, normal Summoner Monk, Bookie Eclipse, we can discard this, Special Summon Hanzo, and then... What do we add off of Hanzo? Hanzo can do Baku. Does Baku do anything for us? No, there are no targets for Baku. So if we actually discarded specifically a Ninjutsu Art Book, Notebook of Mystery, or like Ninjutsu Art Tool Iron Digger, like with the Upstart Golden Ninja line, this would also be fine for us to like Baku, but if we open Baku, that line is kind of dead, so that's unfortunate, I guess. So I guess we can add Kagero for next turn or whatever. And then, yeah, this isn't even that good of a combo, but I guess the other option is... Wait, actually, no. Yeah, I see the option now, so, okay. We special summon Hanzo, right? And then we can do Tobari, potentially. I don't think it super matters. Not gonna think about it too much, and... Both of these are level 4s, actually. So you could use them to get Granite to add Lord of the Heavenly Prison, just like as a thought. So it's not like super good to do that necessarily all the time, so I don't think that will really come up unless you have like a really ninja heavy hand, which might not happen because of the high amount of spell traps you have to play. So then... Summoner Monk, summon Hanzo. Hanzo effect, I think we want to probably add... Do we want to add Baku? No. I think we add, actually, Green Ninja here for once. This is a rare hand where Green Ninja might pop off. So with Green Ninja now, we can then do, let's see. Okay. So we special summon Hanzo, added Green Ninja, and then we have Mitsu, so we can special summon Mitsu, and then flip Mitsu face down. Special summoning Green Ninja as well. And then we have 4 bodies. Okay, then we can do Cross Sheep using Hanzo and Summoner Monk. Then we can do special summon Maizen using Mitsu, Green Ninja, trigger, Cross Sheep, summon, Hanzo, and then Hanzo adds Baku. Baku, special summon, and then we can add back to our hand copy of Hanzo for the next turn, right? No, wait, we summoned our 1 copy of Hanzo. Okay, then we would have to add back Green Ninja then, probably, and that would be for next turn. Alright, that's fine, and then we have Cross Sheep now, and then we have 2 guys. Because, yeah, okay, so. We have Baku, Cross Sheep, Maizen, Hanzo. So, then we can do Hanzo, summon, or use Hanzo, and Baku, summon Saizo. Saizo sets our copy of Art of Dancing Leaves, or we can choose duplication. Doesn't super matter, but whatever. Then next we can follow this up with link off Cross Sheep and link off Saizo to make a copy of Apollosa, and we can pass on that, and that would be perfectly fine. And next turn we have a lot of interactions with this hand, so if we're comboing, this definitely helps. But at the same time, let's rewind all the way to the start, and let's just pretend we didn't have Called By, right? Normal summon, Summoner Monk. Okay. Now, Summoner Monk effect. Okay, Ash Blossom Joy Spring. Okay, now what? None of these really synergize, right? With our cards. So none of our cards synergize hard enough to make this like a super good play. So like if you were to play like Punk Therion, you can do your Punk and Therion stuff together and separately, right? Like you and normal summon your Punk, activate Foxy, whatever, and you're doing all that stuff and you're doing pretty well, right? But like sometimes I guess you do need like your Punk stuff to discard one of your Therion cards or whatever to get your Therion started. Because the issue with Therion cards, like if you're running Therion Pier, you'll notice is, damn, all my Therion cards are stuck in my hand. So I actually can't activate a single card. Like you can activate Discoliseum to add a Therion monster, but you don't have a Therion monster in the graveyard. So what does that really do for you? Nothing. That's what it does. Yeah. So we'll take a step back now, and now we'll be looking at Lord of the Heavenly Prison. So Lord of the Heavenly Prison. This is actually one of my favorite decks. So you can just run it as a 1 of, 2 of. I don't think 3 of would be good, but you can try to prove me wrong. So Lord of Heavenly Prison is pretty cracked. So let me see if I can get a hand with Lord. So even in like hands where you somewhat brick, like this one, it's not like that bad, honestly. So there are actually a good amount of decks that can't like kill through this, which is, you know, whatever. So this is definitely one of the worst hands you can get, but with a combination of Tobari and Lord of the Heavenly Prison, you probably live. Like, we don't even need to set any of these, like, we probably wouldn't want to. If I just set Tobari and activate Lord of the Heavenly Prison here, my opponent, if they do not have any non-destruction removal, they cannot remove Tobari. Because Tobari is now protected while it is face down. When it gets flipped face up, it is also still not destructible by either battle or card effect. So we'll probably live to see our next turn, and then we can follow up with Raigeki and potentially evenly matched. And we'll still have Lord of the Heavenly Prison for later. And Lord of the Heavenly Prison doesn't actually really hurt you, because this just gives protection to any set cards. So like a set back row or a set monster. And that does not matter for you because your primary way of removal will be either Yagura or Geo the Gravity Ninja. Geo the Gravity Ninja is destruction, but Lord of the Heavenly Prison is automatically, like, the protection goes away on your turn, basically, right? So that gives you the agency and control over, like, when cards are able to be destroyed, allowing you to use Geo's effect to remove your opponent's back row if necessary. So that works really well, and if you flip your opponent's monsters face down, they're not really that protected because you don't interact with them that much with how the ninja cards work. But like if we do interact, we'll probably just Dancing Leaves to send our opponent's cards for kind of cost. It's actually an effect, but with how it works, like if you read the card as a whole, it's kind of like a cost. Legally, it's an effect, but it's a cost in my heart, right? So yeah, you can still use Dancing Leaves to send your opponent's cards, and you can also still banish your opponent's cards with Yuguru Maru, whether they are set or not. And that works pretty well. And for example, Fenrir can't even banish face downs to begin with, so that doesn't really super matter. I mean, it banishes anyway, so that doesn't really care about Lord of the Heavenly Prison too much. So yeah, in general, Lord of the Heavenly Prison works pretty well. So here though, we also have evenly matched. Let's follow up on Raigeki, which is pretty crazy, and then we have Notebook of Mystery for more potential follow-up, so that's pretty good too. And then this hand is an absolute stinker, but we'll probably be able to live. This is just the same kind of play as last time, So we would probably reveal like Lord of the Heavenly Prison, and then like if our opponent activates any monster effects, we can definitely contemplate using Gamma. And then we have like Notebook of Mystery, and then Double Cold Blight. If our opponent's playing a deck that requires their graveyard or some monsters in the graveyard, they're screwed. We have 2 Called By, right? Dragon Link. Activate Chaos Base. I will banish your guy. Okay, activate Lubellion, so you can try to banish it or whatever for combo. Called By that too. And then we still have Gamma for follow-up, and then we'll be able to Notebook of Mystery, and then that will allow us to trigger Lord of the Heavenly Prison, which we will be able to use for follow-up. So we could then add like Reinforcement of the Army for a copy of Hanzo, for example. And that flexibility is pretty nice. In fact, against backer decks, all you have to do is like main deck 1 Duster, and you can literally just search it off of Lord. So like, let's say in end phase, we do like, I don't know, whatever trap's line, but it'd probably be this, like, activate Ninjutsu Art of Dancing Leaves, sending whatever is on your field, doesn't super matter, then that triggers Lord of the Heavenly Prison, and then Lord of the Heavenly Prison sets, like, Duster, activate Duster, and that's pretty solid, just as a play. So against backer decks, this actually somewhat helps, same with Evenly Matched. So Evenly Matched is, like, a little bit weird, but for going second specifically, this is just a really good card, so nothing, like, super to say about Evenly Matched. You can't really get your guys off the field for evenly, so yeah, this is going to mostly be for going second and not much else. But it is back row removal, and it's pretty good, so yeah. So here we have another hand of all time, and then here, this hand is actually playable, that's crazy. And then here, anything, I mean, this hand is pretty good aside from Baku. But yeah, in general, a lot of these cards have a lot of different interactions. They're kind of like, well, they exist, so. Ninja actually has like some moderate amounts of anti-synergy with itself, so it's kind of awkward. So for example, like Kagero, if you read Kagero seems pretty crazy, but then in practice it's not as good. Not much you can do about this. I don't think there's any like tech cards you can possibly play with like Kagero. I don't think. But whatever. So if this card is normal summoned, special summoned, or flip face up, you can special summon a ninja monster from your hand or graveyard, but it's in face down defense position. And that's the primary effect, really. This is just some protection from like targeting, I guess. But yeah. So if we, for example, were to normal summon Kagero, we can't trigger like any ninja effects aside from Green Ninja. Green Ninja is the only one that's triggered by getting sent to the graveyard. There's nothing else. But I mean, Kagero plus Geo technically still makes Saizo, for example. Or it can make like Maizen. So you're literally looking at, well, actually you can't make Saizo with this because it's face down. So you would only be able to like make either Maizen or Yaguro Maru if you summon Kagero. And you're probably looking at normal summon Kagero. If you were to special summon Kagero, it would be like Tobari plus Kagero, and then, well, once again, your only play is to like do Maizen, but I guess in this case, if you have a third ninja, Saizo is now on the table, you know? Possible. But yeah, it's kind of hard for like me to find like any cards that really complement the ninja engine, I guess. So first off, the engine has to meet this requirement. It has to probably special summon, or it has to special summon ninjas. So special summon itself or special summon ninjas. So that would be like emergency teleport, special summon Xiamen, and then Xiamen add Foxy Tune, special summon like Deer Note. None of that line requires you to like normal summon, and therefore you can normal summon your ninja to do your ninja play. But also, all of these are dead, so ideally you would want a way to get into your ninjas. So like if you open your copies of Dancing Leaves or your copy of Duplication, they would be live, or you'd be able to get them live, right? You don't want them to be dead. And yeah, that's great, but anyway, we can deal with this. Yeah, I don't know about that. So yeah, a bit awkward in those regards as well. So Isolde, of course, would be able to also potentially add Iron Digger, which is great. So if we do an Isolde line fully without normal summoning, it's a bit long, but technically there's also like the option of like, let's say we special summon Hanzo and we grab Iron Digger. Is there a way to grab Iron Digger? Well, actually in this case we would probably Foolish Hanzo potentially. So we can normal summon it. So then we can Iron Digger, bring back Hanzo, and the way we get Iron Digger is Solde would send Iron Digger, I guess, and then you would grab it back with Renaud, I guess. That would be like maybe a play. There's also like the extremely dumb play where if you haven't realized it, there are actually a few ninja cards. Like, let's do this, like this, and then okay. So although not ideal, Super Heavy Samurai Stealth Ninja, this is a ninja. Super Heavy Samurai Ninja Sarutobi, this is also a ninja. Ninja Shadow Mosquito, this is also a ninja. Blade Armor Ninja, obviously a ninja. Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja. And I'm struggling here. And then we have Nezuki, the Valance Ninja. Wait, this is a ninja. Hold up, let me read this. You target one other monster in either main monster zone, move that monster to an adjacent horizontal monster zone. If this card in the monster zone moves to another monster zone, you target one Valence monster card and you spell a trap zone special summon to the main monster zone in its same column. Does that do anything for us? No. If Valence will Shimmer Bancho is in the field zone, or if you control a water Valence monster, you can special summon this card to your main monster zone in its same column. Wait, Valence doesn't really normal summon, does it? I don't know when Valence locks you, but this is a ninja, and this is a spellcaster, which means it doesn't coincide with any of these. Sadly, it doesn't special summon itself. Very sad. I mean, probably wouldn't play this. You can reveal a ninjutsu art card in your hand, special summon this card from your hand. I mean, that's fine. Anything else here? No. But, like, technically we like, this is, like, horrendous, but, like, let's pretend we don't have any, ninja, main deck monsters here. None of this ninja engine. So we're running a different ninja engine. A really bad one. So we can summon, our rank 2 friend here. Ninja Shadow Mosquito, and then Blade Armor Ninja. And then we can link them off for either, for, like, Saizo. I mean, we could use technically 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquitoes for this. Or we can, like, summon Maizen, technically, now. Like, I mean, you can technically do this. It's, like, super bad, though. Like, you're using 4 monsters to make a monster that costs, like, what should cost you 2 monsters. So, efficiency-wise, super bad. But, is it cool? Maybe. And then there's also, like, this one other play I'm looking at. So, Diablantis, right? Oh, actually, we should get rid of these filters. Diabololantis? Oh, Diabololantis here. This can send insect and or plant monsters from your deck to the graveyard. Up to the number of non-tuners used for its synchro summon. And as it happens, Mitsu is an insect, and this is a level 2. Which is perfect for specifically if you summon Sprite Elf here. And then you'd Sprite Elf summon it back. And then, does Mitsu do anything at this point by itself? No, you would still need another ninja somehow. But Diablantis is not bad for this reason. And I mean, technically, if you don't have like a play like with another ninja, this is still a Baron because we can turn Diablantis into a tuner, which is kind of like whack, but there's a lot of different like tech options I'm trying to explore right now, and that one, maybe not the greatest, but I'm just throwing ideas out there for maybe Well, maybe one of these actually works pretty well, but I just haven't found the line, I guess. Maybe I'm just missing something. Maybe you guys see something I won't, or I haven't yet. So, yeah, let's see. Then, technically, this isn't like super easy to do, but technically, this has a little bit of synergy with ninjas. I don't know exactly how you would do this, but with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, this is just like Book of Eclipse effect essentially, and they'll synergize with your Dancing Leaves. So I guess that's like all right, but there's not much else I can think of that can have potential synergy with ninjas. If we're thinking about like just summoning a warrior from somewhere, is there a card that just allows you to special summon a warrior from somewhere? Uh, I think there's like an X-Saber that summons from hand, so that could help a little bit, but it doesn't quite get you there, right? Not this one. Wayne. When this card is synchro summon, you can special summon a level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your hand. So this is uh, uh, level 5 synchro, so it's a bit awkward to make, but I mean technically this could summon Hanzo from your hand, but where did you get Hanzo from? Like, yeah, that's also a bit awkward. So far, not super great. So, if we search special summon warrior from deck, do we have any hits? Any results? This. Yeah, I don't think that actually does the effect I'm looking for. Anything here? Do Status warrior. Doesn't do it. Symphonic Warrior Rocks. That probably doesn't do it. This summons a nothing. That's what it summons. Solde doesn't do much. Yeah. I don't think anything would generically allow you to summon Hanzo. Aside from like Isolde. I mean, maybe there is, and I just have to look harder. Oh wait, this actually doesn't. It says normal monster, unfortunately. Even though so many conditions, that's a bit crazy. Well, whatever. I think it's mostly looking to be like Isolde. But if you run like stuff to make Isolde and whatnot, then you have to run all of these like essentially like ninja garnets. And ninjas don't really special summon themselves that well. So the condition for Mitsu's special summon is for you to control a ninja card or face down defense position monster, so this is probably the most doable one. I don't know why you have face down defense position monster or how you did that, but if you did, technically Mitsu can special summon itself without requiring a ninja, so that will help a little bit. There's also the potential idea of summoning multiple Mitsu. I'm not sure exactly how you would go about it, but like I think the Atlantis might be able to send multiple Mitsu, so if you want to send like 2 Mitsu, that might be doable. Or we can do like send Goki Pole, actually, and then Goki Pole allows us to, let's see, does this work actually? No, add a level 4 insect monster from your deck to your hand. So that doesn't work. Alright, let's try another one. How about instead of Goki Pole, we look at what was it called again? Resonance Insect or whatever? Yeah, Resonance Insect. Add a level 5 or higher insect monster from your deck to your hand. Yeah, that doesn't do it either. We're getting closer, but it's not quite there. But actually, I think I got it recently. Let's see. You are Queen Butterfly Danaeus. You can target up to 3 level 4 or lower insect monsters in your graveyard. Change this card's attack to 0, and if you do, special summon those monsters. So you would have to normal summon Danaeus here specifically. But I mean, technically this works. If you combine this with Diablantis, we can summon multiple copies of Mitsu. If we summon all three, actually, this is a pretty massive play. So if we only consider these three monsters on the field, we can do Saizo with like these two, and then with the last one, we can use it to make Maizen. So we'll end up with like Dancing Leaves plus Maizen, which is not bad. Or we can have like Duplication, Maizen, whichever one is pretty fine. So, so I guess like that play is technically possible, but it's pretty damn janky. Yeah, no other way to go about it. But yeah, if it works, it works, I suppose. So yeah, that works. One of the things I really wish you could do with ninjas, like this would help a lot with going second for ninjas, is being able to make Zeus with any like decent amount of consistency. If you look at it, there is like no way for you to make Zeus except for opening like the exact cards you need to make Zeus, if that makes sense. So like you need two of the same level monster. So they also have to be face up, so Kagero will not cut it because it will summon face down, which also sucks for that. And then you'll need to run like an XYZ monster and then Zeus. So at minimum, you're committing 2 extra deck slots. If you want to commit for every single level, we have levels 1, 2, and 4. So that's like 4 extra deck slots, I guess. And that's assuming you're just not playing Downerd, which would then bring us to 5. So that would be like wiping out every single Link monster I have in this row, just so I have like consistent, like, let's assume I do have a way to get like 2 same level monsters, but like it's not guaranteed which same level monsters I can get on the field. I have to commit like a third of my extra deck to that. So Zeus would love to run this, but cannot. So if we like normal summon Hanzo, we can't actually get another ninja of the right level for this, sadly. That's not good enough. So if we normal summon Mitsu, special summon Mitsu for her hand, that would work. If we special summon Tobari somehow, or normal summon Tobari, we need to find a Tobari somewhere else, and that would allow us to make a rank 1. So that's pretty hard too. So our best bet is to special summon Hanzo somehow. Let's just say we special summon Hanzo, and then we have it doesn't matter, just like Hanzo, that's fine. Then we can normal summon Hanzo. Like that is probably our most consistent way into our copy of Zeus here. So that would be our best option, but is it like reasonable for us to do? I'd say like no, it's not super reasonable. How long have I had this for? Getting a little sidetracked here, but whatever. Zeus is also not like an option that we can super easily access, and that sucks. So yeah, that's about all the text I have, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.